the fullness that God has called us to, we continue to operate at a low level in the flesh. And that is exactly what Satan enjoys. That is exactly what Satan takes full advantage of. That is exactly what Satan allows to cause us to provoke God to anger. Yes, Satan uses the fact that we want to stay at the juvenile level, the baby level, the 2-year-old child level. Satan manipulates that to cause us to become people who provoke spiritual persons like Yah. And then when God is provoked, there will always be a response. So this prophecy that you're about to hear is basically the outcome of what happens when hard-hearted people who exalt themselves above the word of God provoke God to the point that God will then send a response. You've seen it in the Bible many times. The Lord will say that they are judged, and then the people will refuse the judgment. They will tell Moses, we absolutely are not judged. We're still going to take that promised land. Then they will go to do that, and then God will give a response whereby the people that they go to fight murdered them. They killed them in large numbers, and then they came running back, and guess what? Some died in Canaan when they tried to take it after the judgment, and then the rest of them died out over 40 years. So you get beaten when you provoke God, and then you still have to come back and serve your sentence. This is what people in America are earning for themselves, which is why I always say to Christians, when you observe this type of person, for instance, in the comment section, leave them alone. Absolutely leave them alone. Do not even speak back to them. Do not connect to them in any way. Do not take it upon yourself to say, this person has seen Celestial saying the same thing that I saw. The two of us have watched Celestial. Both of us have access to the same video. We're watching it at more or less the same time. And we both hear what this woman is saying that God has told her to say. But then me, I've heard it. And maybe I haven't commented, or I've heard it and I've said, wow, this is difficult for me to understand this particular Beautiful Man series. It's a little tough. It's a little hard, but I'll do my best to take it in. But then look at that other person saying that what God says is a lie. Look at that other person saying that this is a lie, and take this out of your mouth. This is the person speaking to me. Keep this out of your mouth, the disrespect. So they can't see God's messenger sitting there and saying along the long line of things that she said. The new thing that she is saying right now is that God says that there's a very shockingly, heartbreakingly high percentage of men, not only sitting in the visible place where the celebrities and the superstars are, but this type of man is actually seated all through society. Not only married to high-powered men, not only married to men who are sitting at the very top. This type of man in a dress is actually seated throughout the nations of the West. Some of them have sat on thrones. Some of them are simple school teachers. They're seated throughout society. They have lived their lives as women, and they are not. This involves such high levels of subterfuge. This involves such high levels of a lie, and yet a person sitting and hearing God meticulously bring out this deception. Why? Because we are at the end of times, and God is going to judge all deceptions. A person will hear that and respond with rebuke, will respond with disrespect, will respond by giving words that show that there is no wisdom within the skull of that person. If you think that these things go unnoticed by God, let me be the first one to let you know that even though I am surprised when he comes back with even more heat than before, a part of me is never surprised. The thing that surprises me most is that he will not say a word about it at the time it's happening. And then out of the blue, when I think, oh, I have this one to do and this one to do, I will get one like today. So the prophecy for today is called